Hi, everyone. My name is Maggie Cahill.
And I'm Father Joe Carey, and we want to welcome our special guest, Eddie Scheidler.
I am. Thank you for the warm welcome. It's good. It's a pleasure to be here.
And welcome to
The
Cup of Joe.
Let's go, Cup of Joe.
So Eddie is a graduate student who has been here for 5 years.
5 long years, yeah.
And he comes from Lake Forest, Illinois.
That's the one. Yep.
And the reason why he's here is that he had his show in the fall, Eddie on Eddie Street,
Which he was featured on.
which
Yeah.
I invited myself on
Good.
to, and said that Eddie could be on Cup and Joe. So here he is.
Here he is.
Repaying his dues.
So tell us a little bit about how you came to know Notre Dame and your family tradition here.
I mean, it's the same story you hear from pretty much every other person that goes to Notre Dame. It's legacy. I mean, I grew up a diehard Notre Dame football fan. My parents met here. My dad's 7 siblings went here. There's probably a lot more that I don't know about that went here. So Notre Dame, it was always the place where I wanted to go.
Uh-huh.
And, fortunately, my older sister went here, so she kind of showed me the ropes about how to actually make that happen. And so I, high school, just took the same classes as her, followed her footsteps. I had so much family here that kind of told me what to expect. I came here for football games all the time. And once it was time to apply, it was a no-brainer.
Did you apply anywhere else?
I did, but not with as much intent. It was just an afterthought. you
Right,
know?
yeah.
It was I'm going to get into Notre Dame, whether it actually happens or not. That's just kind of the mindset I had. And, if I have to figure something out after, that's a problem for later. But
Okay.
Notre Dame or nothing.
Well, good.
Sounds like you, FJ.
I only applied to Notre Dame.
Good.
I don't know what I would have done if I didn't get in.
That makes 2 of us.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
You've also been a walk-on on the football team. Could you
I
tell
have.
us a little bit about what that experience has been for you?
It has been the experience of a lifetime. And I think very few are fortunate enough to, live that Rudy dream out. And I think now looking at Rudy, it's oh, come on. It's cliche, whatever. I'm not a 5'4", scrub. I'm a 5'10" scrub. It's not like that in the movies. And it's opened so many doors. It's been such a cool experience for 5 seasons to be on the sideline for all those amazing games and, make those memories, sharing those experiences, meet the many people coming in and out of the locker room, the coaching staff. It's just the coolest thing I've ever done, probably the coolest thing I ever will do.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Peaked here and it's only downhill from here.
No, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So, Eddie, can you tell us a little bit about WOPU Nation?
Well, this guy, I feel like you could give the rundown, right?
Give
Can we get a little
us a
shameless plug?
yeah.
You put down the coffee, it's not going to spill.
What is it, like
It's
this?
close enough. You still just got to, there you go.
Getting there.
A little flexible.
Oh, there
Boom.
you go. There you go.
This is the thumbnail right here. But WOPU Nation it's not a fraternity, obviously, because Notre Dame, we don't do that. We respect each other. We follow the Duloc. We don't do that
Right.
stuff. No funny business. But it's basically all the walk-ons who play on the team that are on scholarship. They're part of this brotherhood where, it's a select group of 30-some guys who, maybe aren't getting the financial kind of benefit of playing on the team, but are still part of everything. They're the practice guys who don't get the headlines in the news. And they're the type of guys who might not get the playing time in the game, but have that impact on a team and are part of that experience and help elevate the team to that higher standard. And it's just a funny group of guys. You could make a reality TV show out of the type of guys that come into WOPU, because it's guys who, are aerospace engineers that, decided one day, hey, like I already don't have enough on my plate. Let me just hop in and join the football team. Or guys who were lifelong Notre Dame fans who tried out 4 different springs in a row and then finally made it going into their final semester. So it's just stuff like that where there's so many unique stories and we're all in this unique position together, and it's just kind of that collection of us as a group. And we'll have events and formals and things like that, but it's just such a unique bond.
That's cool. Does it stand for something?
Walk-on Players Union.
Gotcha. I like that.
Yeah.
I remember about 10 years ago having a wedding where the groom was a walk-on, and so like there were 10 others of them at the wedding, and they stick together. And
They do.
It is really a beautiful thing because they're not getting any glory usually.
You're telling me, yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't for this Instagram thing, yeah. Guys like you. But you're totally right. It's just kind of remembering that, you know, you're not alone in this experience. And like there are days where it's like, okay, I'm not playing as much as I'd like to. I'm getting beat up by a lot bigger guys, you know, 5'10" going up against, I'm trying to think who. Some crazy athlete. You know them all.
The tight ends. Like,
Tight ends, Mitchell Evans. Like, it's not a fair fight, you know?
Right.
Like, you try David and Goliath. Like, you're doing whatever you can. But at the same time, it's just so unique. And it's a kind of a way, like, even the coaches are in it. Like, we have merchandise. Have to get you both some for the show one time. Maybe coffee mugs or something. But
There you go.
it's just a cool way of kind of honoring that relationship, and it's not like that at other schools. Like I have buddies who've walked on at, you know, schools in the SEC and, you know, other ACC schools, and they're like, yeah, they're walk-ons, but they don't really get celebrated like that. And Coach Freeman and the other coaches will play on that. They'll be like, oh, he's the WOPU hero, and like we have administration roles. We have a president, a vice president. You know, they're guys who, you know, are the face of WOPU, even though they don't get a title. So things like that.
So as you face graduation,
Sure.
What does Notre Dame mean to you?
Notre Dame means everything. And it's going to sound cliche, but Notre Dame has been my life for the past 5 years. And I think in ways it's going to be my life for the rest of it. And I think it's just from the network, the memories, the experiences, the people you meet, the things you do. Notre Dame has shaped everything in some shape or form throughout, not just the past 5 years, but growing up in a way, and then now that I've lived through it, it just continues to. Like in terms of, I've been applying to jobs, and just saying that I have that Notre Dame degree and have gone there, it just opens up so many more doors. And people will give you a phone call, they'll hear you out, they'll pay attention to what you have to say just because you went to Notre Dame. And I think, especially for guys on the team that are thinking about transferring or, you know, when they're recruits and things like that, I think you don't appreciate that till you're older. And it's such a strong thing about Notre Dame.
Well, Eddie, it's really an honor to have you here
It is. Thank you.
And
It's
for
an honor to
coming.
be here.
and to learn more about you and for people to know that this is a special place and we're really proud of it and proud that someone like you has given so much of yourself to Notre Dame. So congratulations on graduating, and we want you to know that we love you and everyone else out there.